I'm thinking of the future in this, and I look at the amount of information that exists out there today, and our ability to extrapolate on the should be knowns as well as the things that are known. The way that biologists think of the human body, whether it's disease or just how anything works, looks like a schematic. And you'll see them in any of these scientific publications where you have these lines and some acronym and then some more lines and then an acronym. So it's very pathway driven. So you can imagine a world where all of these pathways and all the interactions with these pathways are understood, right? Such that it's a gigantic, or maybe not even gigantic, but it's a big manual,
yep,
like an electrical diagram of the human body. And it knows everything that it needs to know to understand whether it's pathology or anything that happens within the human body. It's kind of predetermined. It is a machine. And you have to understand that machine. And if you can understand that machine in its entirety, then the notion of diagnosis, the way that we think of it as a physician or clinician, will be less about diagnosing, less about treatment, because that will be prescribed. It will be more around kind of care and support.
Yeah. Very interesting. So what you're effectively saying is that AI can actually help us reduce potentially human error. It can actually help us ensure that patient outcomes are driven by this manual, that people get the right medicines at the right time,
yep,
and are treated exactly for their diseases based on all the information that we connectively gather.
mm-hmm,
Obviously through more sensors and more data is being
yep,
produced constantly from individuals.
mm-hmm.
And ultimately the need for doctors is really around the relationship. It's around the trust.
Yes, it's the human piece of that. And you bring up a good point in terms of the extra data that's out there, in terms of whether it's sensory data or environmental data, because all of these will have an impact on your body in a pathway sort of way, whether it's the weather or it's how much you're exercising or how much you're sedentary. All of that makes a difference, but it makes a difference on a pathway basis. It has an input into the body, and as a result, it has an effect on the body.